Happy 15th of December. At the time of this recording, there appears to be only a 9% chance of getting a white Christmas this year. But we still enjoy hoping for it and calculating the odds every year. On TV2, as part of the weather segment, they feature the White Christmas Barometer, Hvidjulsbarometeret, which daily throughout December rates the probability of a nationwide white Christmas. The barometer indicates the chance of at least half a centimeter of snow covering 90% of the country on Christmas Eve afternoon. But where does this hope and wish for a white Christmas come from? Considering Jesus was born in Bethlehem, where snow is a rarity. The connection lies in the fact that Christmas has roots in an Old Norse phenomenon unrelated to Christian traditions. One explanation focuses on the sensory impact. Snow enhances the visual and auditory experience. Snow is simply the icing on the cake for the many sensory impressions we associate with Christmas. Another theory is that when we began celebrating Christmas in the way that we do today, in the 1800s, we drew inspiration from Germany, where idyllic snow-covered landscapes were prominent. I wouldn't mind it at all. Sure, shoveling snow off the sidewalk and slower traffic can be inconvenient, but snow makes everything more beautiful and peaceful. I love how people of all ages head outdoors to play. We build snowmen, we find the best sledding hills, visit the local ice rink, take long walks in the woods, and just admire the stunning winter landscape. The world looks completely different, which is, in essence, what makes snowfall so magical. Here in Aarhus, we have great sledding hills in Minneparken, the Botanical Garden, Uniparken, near Moesgaard Museum, and in many other spots. Copenhagen has just as many options, such as Søndermarken, Remiseparken on Amager, Ørstedsparken, and Frederiksberg Garden. So grab your bobsled or butt sled when the first snow falls. When I was a child, we called it a røvkælk, which literally translates into an arse sled. So please don't feel offended if anyone over 30 uses that term. We don't know any better. Some people also call it a tallerkenkælk, a plate sled. Back in 2021, I recorded a video for a beginner-level Danish lesson. A lot of snow had just fallen, and I wanted to demonstrate and talk about how you build a snowman. Most people probably know that freshly fallen snow isn't ideal for snowman building, but I hadn't thought of that when I planned the shoot. Feel free to check out the video on Instagram to see how poorly it went, but also how much fun I had messing up the project.
Jeg skal lave en sød lille snemand. En lille Olaf. Så jeg skal bruge 5 snebolde i forskellige størrelser. Jeg starter med 2 snebolde. Det er Olafs fødder. Nej, det kan man slet ikke. Hvad kunne være godt?
Skal vi?
Nu har jeg lavet Olafs 2 fødder. Så nu skal jeg lave hans underkrop. Igen starter jeg med at lave en lille snebold, og så triller jeg den rundt, så jeg får en stor snebold. Nu sætter jeg hans underkrop oven på de 2 fødder. Sådan. Nu skal jeg lave en snebold mere, for jeg skal lave hans overkrop. Overkroppen skal være lidt mindre end underkroppen. Og nu triller vi. Det er en god overkrop. Nu sætter jeg overkroppen oven på underkroppen. Nu har jeg lavet Olafs fødder, hans underkrop, hans overkrop, og nu skal jeg lave hans hoved. Og Olafs hoved er ret stort, så jeg skal trille igen. Så, nu har vi også vores hoved. Nu bliver det spændende, om jeg kan sætte hovedet ovenpå overkroppen. Vi prøver. Han står der. Det er flot, men utrolig ustabil. Ja, jeg siger lige... Okay.
Jeg pauser lige.
Ja. Jeg tror, jeg skal lave nogle lidt større fødder til Olaf. Det gør vi. Så. Jeg tror, han står lidt bedre her. Vi prøver igen. Nu kan jeg ikke huske, hvad der var hovedet. Sådan! Har du nogle sten?
Ja, der var.
Nu skal min Olaf have øjne, næse og mund. Jeg starter med at finde 2 sten, som jeg bruger som øjne. Det er perfekt. Nu skal vi finde en næse og en mund. Jeg skal lige hente en gulerod til næsen. Men jeg er lidt bange for, at den er for stor. Jeg tror, den kan vi tager en halv gulerod. Så ruller vi. Kommer ikke til at ske.
Nu står den bedre. Se på maskinen.
Jeg skal bruge 2 kviste til arme, så jeg tager 2 kviste her. Hans næse blev lidt mindre, men nu har han 2 øjne, en næse, og han har 2 arme. 2 arme. Tada! Min helt egen Olaf. Jeg håber, han bliver levende, ligesom den rigtige Olaf.
Many cities also set up public ice rinks in November and December, where you can either rent skates for a small fee or bring your own and use the rink for free. In Copenhagen, the rink at Kongens Nytorv opened as early as November 15th, coinciding with the lighting of the Christmas lights in the city centre. The rink remains open until the 30th of December. Unfortunately, Aarhus won't have an ice rink this year, as the entire Musikhusparken is under renovation, but it will return in 2025. Thankfully, there are plenty of other options across the country, including shallow lakes and, of course, indoor ice rinks. Have a lovely 15th of December, and I hope you'll tune in again tomorrow.